Remember, when you do these routines, you go to your pace, to your level. Remember to have the mind connect with the body by focusing your awareness on your breath. We're going to begin in mountain pose. Feet are shoulder width apart, knees are slightly bent, hips are tilted in, palms are facing outward slightly, back is straight, head is straight. Awareness is on the three-part breath. Remember the three-part breath. You're inhaling, swelling the belly up, first with air, then the chest, then the throat. And when you exhale from the throat, the chest goes in, the belly goes in. We're going to begin with some sun salutation variations. Bring the palms together, thumbs to the heart center, push the arms out, up and back. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward, fall where you fall. Let the head relax, arms are relaxed. Just focusing on the breathing. Left leg goes back into a low lunge. That means the knee is to the floor. Make sure the knee is not over the toes. Palms are to the floor. Back is arched, head is up, awareness is on the breathing. And we're going to go into the monkey. You're going to raise up. Arms come up. Reaching up, looking up through the arms. Now bring the palms down to the front. Raise the back knee, downward dog. Going to push into downward dog. Arms are straight, legs are straight, heels are to the floor. I'm going to slide into the upper dog, dropping down to the knees and the chest. You slide up, hip bones stay into the floor. Awareness is on the three-part breath. You think of nothing else but the breathing. Then you push yourself back into downward dog. Legs are straight, arms are straight. Left leg goes up between the hands for a low lunge. The right knees to the floor. Awareness is on the breathing. Back is arched, head is up. You're going to go into the monkey. You're going to raise up. Arms come up. Reaching up, looking up through the arms. Palms come down to the front. Raise the back knee, going in ragdoll, just relax into it. Let the arms relax, the head is relaxed, the neck is released from any tension. Palms come together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Exhale, turn the palms out, push the air down and out. And go into the next one. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Fall where you fall, just relax into it. Again, you're just focusing on the breathing. Right leg's back. Going to go into a high lunge. Awareness is on the breathing. Back leg is straight. Making sure the left knee is not over the toes. Now we're going to go into the pigeon. Left foot goes over to the right side. It's about a foot down from the hand. You're going to scoot yourself back slightly, and then you're going to fall on top of the leg. The back foot is flat, and just sink into the pose. Think of nothing else but the breathing. You're going to stay in the pose, but you're going to raise yourself up. The arms go straight, back is arched, head drops back. And you're slightly pushing into it. Go ahead, fall back over the leg, sink into it. Remember, you're focusing on the breathing. You're not pushing yourself down in it. Let the body fall where it falls. Relax into it. Accept where you are. Staying in the pose, bring yourself back up. Arms go straight, back is arched, head goes up. And what you're trying to do is sink down into it. Slightly push yourself down. Nice and easy. You're going to bring yourself up. You want to be careful. You just stretch the muscle, so you want to be careful. Bring your left leg back up between the hands. High lunge, back knees up. If you need to, go down to a low lunge where the knees to the floor. But if not, raise the right knee, leg is straight. Then you're going to go into downward dog. You're going to push yourself into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight, heels are to the floor. Your head is relaxed. You're going to slide into the upper dog. Hip bones are into the floor. Head is dropping back, but it's reaching up at the same time. Back to downward dog. Right leg goes up between the hands, high lunge. Back leg is straight. Making sure the right knee is not over the toes. We're going to go into the pigeon. Right foot goes over to the left side. It's about a foot down from the hand. You're going to scoot yourself back slightly. Flatten the back foot. Sinking down, falling on top of the leg. At this point, you're not pushing yourself down. You're letting the body fall where it falls. Just accepting where you are. Staying in the pigeon, you're going to raise yourself up. Arms go straight, arching the back. The head is dropping back. Awareness is on the breathing. Head is sink back down, fall over the leg. Letting yourself just fall where you fall, relaxing into it. Again, raise back up, arching the back, dropping the head, and relax into it. making sure you're pushing yourself down. Now be nice and careful going back into a high lunge. Back leg is straight, making sure the knees not over the right toes. Again, if you need to go down to a low lunge, go ahead and bring yourself down, bringing the knee down to the floor, but if not, keep the leg straight. And then going into the ragdoll, nice and easy. Bring yourself up into the ragdoll. Let yourself just sink into it. Palms come together, reaching out, up and back. Inhale. Exhale, turn the palms out, push the air down and out. And again, inhale. Exhale. Fall into the ragdoll, just relax into it. Left leg goes back into a low lunge, back is straight. And you're going to sink back, pushing yourself back, sitting on the left leg on the back of the heel. Bring the forehead down to the right knee, just sinking into it, accepting where you are. Go ahead and bring yourself out of it. Back into a low lunge. Push yourself into downward dog. Slide into the upward dog. Back to downward dog. Left leg goes up. Low lunge. And then you're going to sink yourself back, pushing yourself back. Your buttocks goes to the back heel of the right foot. Forehead goes down to the left knee. Not really pushing yourself, just accept where you are. Go ahead and bring yourself out of it. To a low lunge. Raise the back knee. Going to the ragdoll. Palms together, reach out, up and back. Inhale. Exhale. Push the air down and out. One more sun salutation variation. Inhale. Exhale. Right leg goes back, high lunge. Left leg goes back, downward dog. Right leg goes up behind you. You're letting yourself be pushed a little bit more into the downward dog. Making sure the leg goes straight up. Not twisting. And go ahead and release. The other leg goes up. Letting yourself be pushed into the downward dog a little bit more. release. Slide into the upward dog. Back to downward dog. Right foot goes up between the hands. High lunge. Going into the ragdoll. Palms come together, reaching out, up and back. Inhale. Exhale. Push there, down and out. Fall back to mountain pose. Feet are shoulder width apart. Knees are bent slightly. Hips are tilted in. Palms may be facing outward. Back is straight. Head is straight. Awareness is on the three-part breath. Then we're going to do the chair. Feet are shoulder width apart. And what you're going to do is bring the arms up. If you can, you're going to look up through the arms, and you're going to sit back as if you're sitting in a chair. You're trying to make the knees not go past the toes if possible. Do what you can. If it's becoming too much, just go ahead and bring yourself out of it. Just go back into mountain pose. A little bit more if you can. And go ahead and release. Go back to mountain pose. And again, arms come up, reaching up. And you're sitting down, sitting back, you're pushing the buttocks back as if you're sitting in a chair. And as you're sitting, you're reaching up at the same time. Go ahead and release. Back to mountain pose. One more time, reaching up, sitting back as if you're sitting in a chair. You're focusing on the breathing. You're thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Accepting where you are. If you're not going down too far, that's fine. Go ahead and release. Back to mountain pose. You're going to bring the left foot up. Bring it to the right quad. Bring it up as high as you can. Back goes straight. Just relax into it. Now, if you like, you can stay here. Just focus on the breathing. But if not, you're going to go ahead and sit back as if you're sitting in a chair. Focus on the breathing. Go down a little bit more if you can. And bring yourself up. And shake the leg out a little bit. The other side, right foot goes up. Place it to the quad. If you like, you stay here. Just focus on the breathing. If not, go ahead and sit down and sitting back. Go a little deeper if you can. And release. You're going to go back to mountain pose. You're going to go back to the mat. If you went up in front of the mat, you're going to bring the right leg back, turn the right foot in a little bit, make sure you're lengthened enough. The heel of the left foot lines into the back arch. You're going to bring the arms up. You're going to sink down. Back leg is straight. Front leg is bent. You're going to twist the arms, turn the arms. Arms come up, reaching up. Now spread the fingers as wide as you can. Make sure the back leg is straight still. Palms go down to the front. Push yourself in the downward dog. Now bring the right leg up, right foot up. Arms come up. Make sure you're lengthened enough. Now sink down. Back leg is straight. You're going to turn the arms, twist the arms. Bring the arms up, reaching up. Looking up through the arms. Fingers are spread. Back leg is straight. Palms go down to the front, going into downward dog. Push yourself into it. Get the hands and knees. You're going to flatten the feet. Thunderbolt pose. Focus on the breathing. You're going to bring yourself out. You're on the hands and knees. You're going to go to downward dog, push into it. Now you're going to go into the plank. Make sure your fingers are wide as you can get them. Middle fingers point straight out. If this is too much, just go down to your knees. But if not, bring the knees up. Just focus on the breathing. If it's becoming too much, just go back into the Thunderbolt pose. Remember, you're focusing on the breathing, accepting where you are. If you're on your knees, that's fine. Even if you're in the Thunderbolt pose, that's fine. Push yourself to downward dog. Push into it. back to the plank. Now this time you're going to raise the right leg up just an inch off the floor. No more than that. And release. Other side, just an inch off the floor. And release. And back to downward dog, push into it. Back to the plank. Now you're going to do the side plank. So all the weight is on the right arm, right hand. Turn. Left arm goes up. Reaching up. If you need to modify it, what you're going to do is bring the right knee down and the left foot can come in. But if not, go into the side plank. You're turning, looking up through the left arm. And release. Other side, turn, look up through the right arm. Again, if you need to, go down to the left knee. And then the right foot can come up for the modification. But if not, turn, look up through the right arm. Go ahead and release. Back to downward dog, push into it. Back to the plank. Just focus on the breathing. I'm going to stay here about 1 minute. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Again, if you need to go down to the knees, do so. We have 30 more seconds. If you need to go into the Thunderbolt pose, do so. Doesn't matter. You go where you can go. Do what you can do, accepting who you are. Push yourself into downward dog. Now you can slide into the Cobra. The belly's on the floor. Feet are flat. No pressure on the arms, but the arms are down to the floor. And you're reaching out. Then you're going to center yourself in the mat, left cheek to the floor, arms to your sides, and relax. Now the chin's to the floor, hands underneath your shoulders, and then you're going to push yourself up in the Cobra again. No pressure on the arms. The belly stays on the floor. You're reaching out with the head, but going back. You're feeling too much tension in the lower back, just bring yourself out of it slightly. Go ahead and release. Right cheeks to the floor, arms to your sides, and relax. Now bring the chin to the floor, hands go underneath the shoulders, curl the toes back under. Now you're going to push yourself up into a plank. Focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Again, if it's too much, just go ahead and bring yourself out of it. Going into the Thunderbolt pose. Thirty more seconds. Again, if you need to bring yourself out of it, you want to make sure you do. You don't want to push yourself too much. You want to accept where you are. Now go to hands and knees, flatten the feet, sitting back on the heels. Keep the hands where they are. Extended child pose. Make sure the knees are wide so your belly can breathe. Bring the head to the floor, forehead to the floor, and just sink into it. Bring yourself back to hands and knees. Curl the toes under. Push yourself up and back, sitting on the heels. Hands are in front on your quads. Focusing on the breathing. Raise yourself up, flatten the feet. Thunderbolt pose. Focus on the breathing. If you're already at the shallow breathing, just focus on the shallow breathing. If not, make sure you're doing the 3-part breath. Lean to the left, swing your legs out in front of you. Gonna go to staff pose. Back is straight. Arms are straight, feet are straight, legs are straight. You're gonna bring yourself up. Now, if this is too much, you might want to position your hands differently. You're gonna drop the head back. If you need to, you can go to the fists if it's too much pressure on the hands or on the wrists. Now you can drop the head back or keep the head forward, whatever is comfortable for you. Just don't drop the head back too far. Try to bring the hips up as much as you can. Do what you can do. you need to bring yourself out of it, go ahead and do so. And then go ahead and bring yourself back down. Back to staff pose. Arms are straight, legs are straight, feet are straight, back is straight. And again, bring yourself up. Hips go up. The head's not too far back, nor is it too far forward. Go nice and comfortable. You don't have to go up all the way if you can't, or if it's too much strain. Just stay where you are, sit where you are. And go ahead and bring yourself out of it. Back to staff pose. And walk yourself down the mat. Fall into the corpse. Just sink into it. Your feet fall to the side. Your arms are about a foot away from the body. Your palms may be facing upward. Whatever is comfortable for you. Just relax into it. And we're going to do the shoulder stand. Tuck the front of the shirt into the front of the pants so your shirt doesn't fly over your head. Palms are to the floor. Now if you need to stay into the plow, do so. If it's too much, just stay into the corpse. But if not, go up and back. Now you can stay in the plow if you like. But if not, go ahead and raise yourself up. Palms go to the back. Your feet are pointing so where you are. You don't want to push it too much. Get as straight as you can for right now. And what you want to do is focus on the breathing. It's a hollow sound inside the throat. Just focus on that sound. Think of nothing else. Now go ahead and bring the knees down towards the face. Position your hands up higher on the back. That means towards the head. And go ahead and bring yourself back up. Right leg goes down behind you. Keep the left leg where it's at. If you can touch the floor, go ahead and do so. But if not, don't worry about it. Then bring the leg back up. And then the other leg goes down. Bring the leg back up. Going into the plow. Palms go to the floor. Roll yourself down, slow and controlled. Each vertebrae touches one at a time, if you can. And then you're going to fall back into the corpse. The arms are about a foot away from the body. Feet fall to the side. And just relax. Now the counter pose is the fish pose. Bring the hands to your sides where the pockets would be if you have some. Arch the back. Place the top of the head to the floor. If your head is not touching the floor, you're going to have to position your elbows down towards the feet. Everybody's head can touch, just might not be arching the back as much. Now focus on the breathing. Okay, go ahead and raise yourself up. Roll yourself down. Fall back into the corpse. And just relax. Now bring the knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around the legs. Head goes up. Now you're pulling yourself in, but you're not going too much where you can't let yourself breathe. When you inhale, your belly's going to expand with air, so it's going to push you out of the pose slightly. Let yourself go out of it. Go in a little tighter if you can. Just let yourself breathe. Let your body move so your belly can breathe. Now go ahead and roll around on the floor slightly. Let the floor give your lower back a massage. Release any tension you feel in the lower back. And go ahead and release. Fall back into the corpse and relax. Now we're going to get ready for deep relaxation. You're going to stay into the corpse. Your feet fall to the side. Your arms are about a foot away from the body. You're relaxed right now. And what you're going to do, I'm going to tell you to tighten everything. You're going to tighten the arms, the neck, the head, the face, the legs, and you'll raise them, tightening. And you're inhaling at the same time, and then when I say release, you're going to let the arms, legs, and the head go down to the floor, release any tension you feel. And then at that time, I'll stay silent for a few. And then at that time, you're going to focus on the breathing, focusing on nothing but the breathing. Anytime your mind wanders, bring your awareness back to the breathing. So go ahead and tighten, make a fist with the hands, raise the arms up, legs go up, tightening, head goes up. Tighten everything as tight as you can. The face is tight as a prune face. Inhaling, tighten a little more, inhale more, inhale a little bit more. Remember, when you release, let all the air out and release. Now you're slowly coming back, starting to bring awareness back to your mind, starting to bring awareness back to your body by slightly moving it, And then moving it more and more. And then when you're ready, you're going to bring the arms up over the top of the head. Stretch out along the floor, inhaling. You're going to roll to the left side, cradle your head into your arms, bending the knees slightly. And with your eyes closed, you're going to bring yourself up to easy pose. Your back is straight. Hands are in front, maybe to the knees or in your lap, whatever you like. Awareness is on the breathing. And you're going to reach behind you, grab the left wrist with the right hand for the Yogic Seal. And you're going to bring the head down, forehead down to the floor. And what you're doing is sealing in all the benefits of the yoga asanas and the deep relaxation, keeping the peace that you gained through the rest of the day. And with your eyes closed, bring yourself back up. Hands go back in front. Eyes stay closed. Back is straight. Awareness is on the breathing. Your breathing should be shallow now, so you just focus on the breathing. We're going to stay here just a little bit longer, so just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else. Anytime your mind wanders, just gently bring it back to the breathing. Bring the palms together. We'll stay. And that's it.